Welcome back to Forbes Games. I am Erik Kain. Today I want to talk about the biggest gaming news of the week, pretty much of the year. One of the biggest gaming stories in a long time. The acquisition of Activision-Blizzard by Microsoft. So Activision-Blizzard, the company behind huge franchises like World of Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch on the Blizzard side of things, and on the Activision side, Call of Duty. There's other Activision games, but really, Call of Duty. What does this mean for the video game industry? What does this mean for games like Call of Duty? What does this mean for you, the consumer, the gamer? Well, it means a lot of things. There's a lot to unpack here. First of all, this is the largest video game acquisition of all time, $68.7 billion. And that is a number that is so huge, it's almost impossible to wrap our tiny little brains around it. The second largest video game acquisition of all time was announced just recently. Take-Two Interactive, the publisher that owns Rockstar and the Grand Theft Auto franchise, is purchasing Zynga, the mobile game maker behind Farmville, for $12.6 billion. Tencent, the giant Chinese conglomerate, purchased the mobile game maker Supercell for $8.6 billion. And Microsoft made one of the largest previous acquisitions ever when they purchased Bethesda and ZeniMax for $7.5 billion. So, as you can see, if the second largest is $12.6 billion, it's over 5 times larger. The Activision Blizzard purchase is over 5 times larger, and just truly enormous. The consolidation that is occurring in the video game industry right now is worrisome. I say that because competition drives innovation, competition drives success, competition is what makes products good for consumers. It's what holds these companies accountable, and as Microsoft buys up more and more and more of these studios of the game industry, just like Tencent is doing, that creates these monolithic corporations that own so much that you wonder where competition really is going to take place. I mean, it definitely seems that Microsoft is competing more directly against someone like a company like Amazon or Google, rather than just Sony and Nintendo. But what does this all mean? Where does this all go? And there's a lot of question marks. For a franchise like Call of Duty, for instance, what does this mean for Call of Duty? Now, Call of Duty is a cross-platform, PC, PlayStation, and Xbox game. In recent years, you can play Call of Duty across these platforms, so there's no boundaries anymore. I play on PC with my friends who play on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. We all can play together. Mostly, it works fine. What does this mean for the future of Call of Duty? Will it show up on PlayStation? Well, according to Microsoft, when I reached out to them and Activision, there's no hard answer. There's no yes or no. But what they told me is that they want that the whole point of this acquisition is to bring these games to more platforms, including mobile, not fewer. So it seems that Call of Duty will remain a PlayStation title, at least for the now, for the nonce. But will also be, a day one Game Pass title. PlayStation exclusive content is probably out the window, but now we will have Game Pass exclusive content, including being able to just play Call of Duty for free with your Game Pass subscription on day one, which is a great benefit for Xbox gamers and PC gamers who play via Game Pass. I'm not sure what this means for Battle.net. I'm assuming it will stay in place with maybe some incorporation into the Xbox app and the Xbox on PC. But basically, this is a huge win for Xbox. This means that there's just an added incentive to get Game Pass. If you are someone who plays Call of Duty every year and you're on Xbox or PC, well, it's pretty tempting just to say, well, I'm going to get Game Pass, and then I don't have to buy it. And then it's just especially if you want to play all the other games on Game Pass. This is a wonderful proposition for gamers when it comes to Game Pass specifically. When it comes to the industry as a whole, I'm a lot more dubious. Just because it's good for Game Pass doesn't mean it's good for gaming in general. And that's something that it's one thing when you see them buying up, the studio behind Hellblade. It's another thing when you see Microsoft buying the studio behind Doom, Skyrim, and Fallout. And then the studio behind World of Warcraft and Call of Duty, some of the biggest gaming franchises of all time. There was a point when I thought the $2.5 billion purchase of Mojang, the creator of Minecraft, was an enormous purchase, but this really takes the cake and sets a new bar for what kind of acquisitions and conglomeration we can see as the industry consolidates more and more and more. I worry about this because we already have a precarious position with just the sheer size, scope, and cost of AAA games these days. What happens as these games are all owned by just a handful of companies? And what happens when the leadership of those companies changes? The independence that some of these studios have now could all be taken away. I mean, we see that with buyouts. We've seen that with, the purchase of BioWare by EA Games. BioWare remains ostensibly a fairly independent company within EA, but realistically, the BioWare of Mass Effect 1 and Dragon Age Origins is not the same company that we have now under EA. Respawn has maintained enormous amounts of independence under EA, but we're already seeing, the head of Respawn move into new positions within EA, take over different corporate roles within EA, and then as that happens, that independence is siphoned off and replaced with some form of uniformity, for better or worse. I worry about consolidation, and at the same time, I can't predict the future. There are some silver linings. This may free up both Blizzard and Activision employees to do more interesting things, to spread their wings a little bit. Blizzard has been notorious about not releasing content at any kind of reasonable level. Maybe the added resources will help. And maybe, as my colleague Paul Tassi said, maybe Activision's various studios making Call of Duty will be able to do a little bit more. They won't be so chained to Call of Duty because they'll be part of Microsoft, not just part of Activision, where it is the crown jewel of Activision. So we'll see. I wouldn't fret too much if you're a PlayStation gamer, though. Call of Duty and most of these franchises will likely remain cross-platform, just like Minecraft did. But there is always a risk that more and more, Activision and Blizzard content will be Xbox and PC exclusive or timed exclusive or something like that going forward. So let me know what you think of this acquisition. Are you worried? Does it worry you to see this consolidation, or do you think it's beneficial? Will this just make for better, bigger games for gamers? Let me know, and thank you for watching. See you next time.